Today we're going to make some Southern-style banana cream pudding. As you can see the mess behind me, I'm in the process of making some. But I'm going to make a video and show you guys how really simple this is. It's a great recipe. It's a family favorite. I've actually made some pretty complex desserts for them. And this is the one that they tend to come back to. So it's banana cream pudding. And I make individual servings. You can make a big tray of it, but I like the portion control, especially in light of the fact that tomorrow I'm having a friend's fundraiser, and I have some friends and people coming over. They're going to donate money to a nonprofit called Slice Out Hunger. I'm going to cook up 30 pizzas, serve 60 servings of banana pudding. I've got 150 garlic knots in the proofing right now in the fridge, and it's going to be a big feast tomorrow. So anyways, sit back and hope you get a lot out of it, but banana cream pudding, it's what's for dessert. Hello everyone, and welcome to Dough Daddy Cooks. I'm Frank, the Chief Flavor Officer, and today we are going to make a favorite dessert of mine. It's a kind of a Southern style banana pudding. And there's variations we can make on this, but I really enjoyed the one that I had in Nashville last year when I was down with my wife celebrating our anniversary. So I did a little bit of snooping around. Recipes on my website, I'll also include it here. It's not my recipe, but it's one that I adapted from the restaurant we were at. So what I'm going to do is kind of go through the whole process and show you what needs to be done. First, I believe in mise en place, so I need to make sure everything's in its place. So I have 6 bananas, right? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I need 6 bananas. I'm also going to need 2 packages of vanilla jello pudding, softened cream cheese, a can of sweetened condensed milk, some vanilla, some heavy cream for whipping, and Nilla wafers. And today I actually went with the mini wafers because you got to break them up, and I figured let them do the work for me. So first time I'm using mini wafers for this, so hopefully it'll be good. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and cut up my bananas. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll just cut these up, and we're going to cut them into 1/4-inch discs. Not the fanciest of knife work, but you know, if you've got someone that you're trying to teach knife skills to, not a bad place to start, because you can actually use a butter knife, which I'm not, but you could. Anyway, let's get these bananas peeled. The job's not that appealing. Sorry. Dad humor. All right, so I got my bananas here. And I like to even them off. And the first thing you learn in culinary school are your knife skills. And you use they call it the claw. And you just go up against your knuckles. Always keep your hand in contact, your knuckles in contact with the back of the knife. And if you do that, you're never going to cut your fingers. I always just kind of cut off the ends because I don't really like how they work. So we'll throw that in the trash, throw that in the trash. Boom, 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 boom. All right, so we got our bananas in the bowl. Wipe down my knife, put it over here. Another bit of knife safety. You never put a sharp knife in soapy water. Always leave it on the countertop, especially if it's just you. But you wash it, put it away, or wash it and reuse it. That's, you know, safety first. So the first thing we're going to do now, we're going to whip some cream. So what we're going to do is, we've got heavy cream, and I need 1.25 cups. So I'm going to do this. And when you're making whipped cream, you should always chill your bowl, and you should chill your whisk, which I've already done. So I need a 1.25 cups, which gets me to right there. Not sure why I threw that away. So I got a 1.25 cups. And this recipe calls for 2 teaspoons of vanilla. Calls for it divided. So I'm going to put a teaspoon in each. I always put a little more for love. A little extra for love. And we are good to go. Okay? So we've got that. All right. So one of these is going to go into the cream. One of that we will use later. And then on top of that, we're going to do 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar. So I'm going to put 4 tablespoons of powdered sugar into the bowl. That's 2, 3, 4. Throw in our vanilla. Throw in our cream. I like to get all the cream out, so I use my spatula to get it all out. Now this is very important. We're going to turn it up. And we're going to mix it to what we call stiff peaks. And I'll show you when we're done. It's going to take a couple minutes. But it's important that we don't overmix it. Because what happens if we overmix heavy cream? We get butter. So what we're going to do is we're going to make whipped cream out of this. And let it go. And while I'm keeping an eye on that, I'm going to start the second phase, which we're going to put in the cream cheese. Make sure you get it soft, so you leave it out for an hour or 2. No more than 2, an hour is good. But it's also important you keep an eye on the whipping cream. Because if you don't, again, you're going to have butter. And as good as homemade butter is, we don't really want it for this. And if this is your first time doing it, don't multitask. So we got our cream cheese in. Then we are going to throw in our condensed milk. I'm going to check on the whipped cream. Coming along. Alrighty. We'll take the rest of our vanilla, throw that in. And then I need 20 ounces of whole milk. We got that. And then we got 2 packages of vanilla pudding, instant. That's coming along nice. Actually, I'm going to show you something. So see, if we take this off, see the peaks aren't really stiff yet. So we kind of stir it around a little bit. But we're getting there. See that consistency? We still got more time. So I'm going to put it back in, attach it, back up, and let it go. And in the meantime, we're going to open up our packages here. And this is best made a day in advance. I have a fundraiser I'm doing tomorrow for Slice Out Hunger. We're making 30 pizzas. People are coming over, paying money for the pizzas, and all that money is going to charity. Slice Out Hunger is a great organization. They help people with food insecurities. So it's a great cause. I'm overdoing it a little bit. Instead of just pizza, I've got garlic knots I'm making, and I'm doing banana pudding. All right, so we got all that in here. And then I'm going to take half of the milk. It doesn't have to be exact, so let's say about 10 ounces. Perfect. Always want to keep bench towels handy as well. We're going to go over and we're going to take a look again at this. We're going to stop it, take it off, swirl it around a little bit. And we're still not there, so we're going to put it back in. And back up. Crank it up on high, and we're going to let it go. Okay? And then in the meantime, I'm going to stir this by hand just a little bit. I have a hand mixer there, but you can use a hand mixer if you want. You're going to mix this just till it's combined. And then you're going to add the rest of the milk. I'm going to go over here and watch this stick. You can see it's starting to make the ribbons. So we're going to stop. Take it off. Stir it up a little bit. And you can see our peaks are starting to firm up. Right? So I would say that's probably soft, how it kind of drips down a little bit. We're going to let it go another 30 seconds to a minute. Be careful because this goes fast. And you can see I think that's good. They're not really moving. Yep. See that? We stir it a little bit. We pull it straight up, and the peak stands up. Exactly where we want it. So I'm going to put this over here. And now, I have this mixture that I was mixed by hand, which I'm going to start to use the hand mixer for. We're going to turn it on. So that's good enough for now. I'm going to add the rest of the milk. And try not to spill it. Tends to be par for the course for me. All right, so let's finish whipping this up. And whenever you're hand blending, try to use a bigger bowl than you think you need. You don't want this stuff kind of flipping up the sides and spilling over and making a complete mess. That looks pretty good. See that? All right, so now we are going to fold in about a third of the whipped cream. I'm saving the rest for toppings. That looks about right. And then we're going to fold in the bananas. And the piece de resistance, the Nilla wafers. So what I'm going to do is, the recipe calls for 8 ounces. I'm not super critical. Just the size of these, I think I'm going to do 7 ounces. So put it on your scale, tear it out, make sure it's at 0. Then you want to set it to ounces. Open it up. And we're going to do about 7 ounces. Perfect. We got 7 ounces there. Now what else I'm going to do is, I have the banana bowl here. I'm going to take about 2 of them out because I'm going to put those on after the fact. So I could have done 5 and 2. I like to make things, life a little bit more crazy. And crunch them up by hand. So you got these here. We want to break them up just a little bit because we want to mix them in. These are mini, so I'm not super worried about, breaking them up too much. But I think we're good, And the nice thing about this is it offers some crunchiness. You get some different textures, right? You have the creaminess of the whipped cream and the pudding. Then you got a little bit of chew with the banana, and then you got the crunch with the wafer. So it's kind of a perfect dessert, okay? So then I'm going to throw this in here. And then we just fold. So when you fold, you reach in underneath, you turn it over. Reach in, turn it over. Reach in, turn it over. Reach in, turn it over. Everything's incorporated. You don't want to see streaks of white. You want a nice yellow consistency here. You can see that. You can see I'm folding it over, under and over. So we're all about the folds, all about the folds. All right. And that looks, that's about, I think, where we need it to be. So, what I'm going to do, put that there, clean off my spot. So this is going to make 10 servings. Because I'm doing a fundraiser tomorrow, I'm making them in individual servings. You can just throw this into one big pot, one big bowl, and it's fine. But what I'm doing is I'm making 10, or I'll be making 60 individual servings because best deal in town. You get a pizza, 2 desserts, a salad, and some soft drinks. So it's a good deal. But by the time this goes live, it'll be over and done with. And you want to space this out, right? You want to make sure that, you don't want to overfill, you don't want to underfill. You want to be fair to everybody. I want to be fair. They come with little plastic tops. Again, if you don't want to do portion control, then just do it. Have at it. Put it in a big bowl, big serving platter, put it in the refrigerator, and you're done. Let it sit overnight, and you are good to go. Now, I have some extras, which those are going to go on the top, but I'm not going to do them today because I think they're going to get soggy. So I'm just going to top it off with some whipped cream. Dollop of whipped cream. Take one, crumple it up. Put a little bit of just some texture on the top. And then you have it. Banana cream pudding. from scratch. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, I will have the recipe in the link below. It's also on my website at www.doughdaddycooks.com. And on that site, you'll see a ton of information. You'll have access to these videos. You'll have access to recipes. And I also do restaurant reviews, so you'll see some of my reviews on that as well. And then on top of that, you'll see what we call the Slice Mob, and I like to kind of always sing them praises. I got into cooking, well, as a child I got into cooking, but I love cooking, and I love how it brings people together. And I've got a core group of friends that we've been friends for close to 50 years, which is a long time. And we get together once a month, and we enjoy pizza. Now, we're coming from Connecticut. Might cause some issues by saying this, but we are the self-proclaimed pizza capital of the world. And because of that, we like to go to different pizza places once a month, and we try them out. Now, it's a long task ahead of us because there's about 1,400 pizza places. And if we did one a week, it would take us 20 years. So not sure we're going to get to them all, but we're going to die trying. And anyways, the Slice Mob, we get together once a month, take some, share memories, some laughters. Politically, we're kind of for both sides of the line here. But when we're together eating pizza and we're friends, it's all about the laughs, the memories, the food, and making of future memories. And then at the end, we each kick in a little bit of money, and I donate it to a hunger organization. So it's for a good cause. So check out the website. If you like this video, like it, subscribe, comment. I would love to hear from you. I try to respond to all my comments. Let me know what else you want to see. All right, so thank you very much.